That has transcended, like you said, into airports, arenas, shopping malls, restaurants.
Now that there is the greater awareness around COVID, I feel like at least we have an opportunity to have a voice and people hear what you're saying and are open to the idea of making investment in these kind of solutions. Has that been your experience? Are you seeing an increased awareness or willingness to look at advanced or innovative infection control solutions today in the COVID world?
So I think it's by industry. And if I could just address, we put UV equipment in a couple of different airports around the country. And if an airport can implement technology to fight infection prevention, then our healthcare and other verticals can as well, right? I think that long-term care has really embraced new technology.
You talked about the airports. And so now, because of COVID, right, we're seeing a focus in areas outside the hospital. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've done in the airports and maybe other commercial or public environments outside of healthcare?
So pre-COVID, we were just hospitals. That's it, infection prevention. And then last summer started working with an airport. And now we have a few airports that have implemented UV. We also did some work during the Super Bowl where we disinfected some of the VIP areas and the players areas and the practice areas. I've been approached by different sports teams that we're talking to look at their arenas and where people gather in great masses, right? We're also long-term care, as I mentioned before. That was not really a strong focus. Now it's one of our strongest focuses. And in fact, it's where we implemented the first full suite of portfolios that we offer was in a skilled nursing facility. Who would have thought, right? It was always that they didn't have the money. Well, they had to find the money because they had to address the issue of their COVID patients. And that's I don't want to say one of the great things, but one of the great things about what's happened over the past year and a half is that we now get in the door to help these industries that are struggling to keep people alive. Not just the patients feel comfortable, but like I said, the families and the staff. And then that has transcended, like you said, into airports, arenas, shopping malls, restaurants. I had a very large restaurant chain that just reached out to me and they'd like to put UV in all of their high traffic areas. How interesting, right?
I think
Because
it's very interesting, right? Because, and there's a couple of things going on here in the commercial world, right? They want to make sure that not only their employees are safe and that they feel safe and that they're comfortable coming into work, but that their customers, their patrons also feel safe enough to travel at the airport or go to the Super Bowl or go out to the restaurant. And so it's an interesting double-edged sword that you're implementing solutions that not only to solve the problem, but to make people feel comfortable that the problem is being addressed in a satisfactory way.